My fiance cheated during her bachelorette party. I'm planning to leave.
Get on out of there.
Don't know how to explain all of this. Basically, I was snooping around last night when I saw her phone light up. What do you mean you were snooping around? It was a message from her friends about the party. I stayed up like one of those stalkers you see on TV, and I've been checking the computer Facebook messages with her friends and found out she cheated during her bachelorette party.
Oh, no.
By the way, this comes from Throwaway Husband 332, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. So, by cheating, I don't mean getting a striptease or something, which I would be okay with. I understand it's a bachelorette party, but she actually gave a spicy dancer a sloppy toppy and ended up going home with another guy that night. She has this other guy added on Facebook, but the chat merely consists of a had a good time and it was nice to meet you convo, which dates back to the bachelorette party. I have, however, read the messages between her and her friends. They have a small group, and I found out what she'd done there. It all seems as if it was a one-time thing that happened then, but I'm an effing mess. I haven't slept all night, and she's headed for work in an hour or so. When she wakes up, it's almost 6 a.m. here. I don't know what the F to do. We are supposedly getting married in 3 weeks. I don't think you are, buddy.
Okay, so they're not married.
They're not. No, this is his fiance.
Fiance. Thank God that this is your fiance.
Yeah, you can backtrack. You got time. You got 3 weeks. I'm thinking of simply packing all my bags after she goes to work and just leaving the flat. It's her family's flat anyway. We were planning on buying an effing house, having kids, growing old. I feel like I want to throw all of that out the window. I am sitting here smelling like booze, feeling wasted and depressed. I don't know why, but I'm more of an angry depressed than sad depressed. I haven't cried since I found out about all this. Should I confront her? Should I just get out? Should I hear her side of the story? Honestly, I just want to go and stomp her effing face right now, but I don't want to do something irrational. And there is an update, but what does OP do?
I mean, if you hear her side of the story, there might be a good reason.
Yeah, she's like, no.
Gave him sloppy toppy.
He
got bit by a snake.
It was his last wish. I had to help him. It wasn't my fault.
But what about the other guy? What was his deal?
He was also I was at a hospital. It was kind of a make-a-wish situation. That's really sad. Sorry.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Dark.
Yeah, that was a dark turn. Update. I basically left in the morning to take a smoke. My head was still messed up, but reading all the comments on Reddit helped me. I can't remember who, but there was one guy who said the positive thing about all of this is that I found out before I got married, with no children or attachments. I still don't think she cheated other than this night. Nothing I found indicated anything else. I guess she wanted this to be her last night before settling down or something. I literally do not understand that logic at all, because you've been in a committed relationship up until that point. Nothing has changed. You're getting a piece of paper that says you're legally tied together financially.
I don't know.
It makes no sense. I honestly don't know, and I don't care. When I was outside taking a smoke about 15 to 20 minutes or something after I left Reddit, she had woken up. She noticed the drinks out and asked me what I had been up to. Basically came to give me a kiss and a hug. I followed through with it, but honestly felt empty doing it. I didn't want to give her any hint of what I knew. She asked me why I had been drinking and why I didn't come to sleep last night. I told her I was just having some nightmares, but everything was fine. I felt detached, like I was watching myself in third person through a TV or something. She asked me if any stress was related to the marriage and the plans. I just told her something along the lines of, you know I love you. There's no stress I have for the marriage. Yeah, he's not stressed anymore because there's not going to be a marriage.
He already knows what he's going to do.
How can you be stressed about the best thing in your life? She got herself done and left for work. I basically started packing my most important things, my desktop, computer, most clothes, and some other things. I planned on leaving things like furniture, TV, and other things I really don't care about more than getting the F out. I just took the stuff most important to me so that I don't have to return here again. I don't care if she gets the rest. All in all, my stuff added up to about 3 or 4 suitcases. I would say desktop not included in this. I called and canceled the venue we were supposed to have the wedding at. So he's doing your route of just canceling everything and booking it.
Yep.
But not booking the venue. He's canceling the venue. Apparently, they take 15% of the money for canceling so early on because we were having such a big event. I told them it's fine and I really don't care at this point. I also saved screenshots of everything and had taken them with me.
Good.
rough. Around 1 p.m., I called a taxi and went to stay at a hotel around 100 kilometers from my city. I didn't leave any note or pictures at home. I just left. I'm planning on leaving to stay with a really, really close friend who lives in a town about 300 kilometers away, but I just needed the alone time in the hotel for some time to think everything through and process what's happened. Around 3:30 p.m., my phone started getting spammed with calls from my ex-fiance. Around 3:50, I started getting calls and messages from her sister, her friends, her parents, my parents, and a few of our mutual friends. The only people I called back were my mom and dad. I have huge trust in my parents. I basically spilled the beans and told them a nicer story about what happened. I asked my dad not to say anything and also asked my mom not to either. I told them it's ended and that I won't be getting married anymore. I also told them not to tell anyone about what I told them. I trust them a lot, so I'm sure they won't say anything.
See,
at least you got your support system.
you have a support system. I understand why he's taking this route of no
Talking to her.
closure, because she would get closure from this or something. He's already got his closure.
Yeah, he already knows.
He knows what's going on.
Fair.
It won't help him in the slightest, because if he does confront her,
She could try and like justify it and like lie and stuff.
or he could get mad.
True.
I just think it's best if you have that kind of like hatred or like
That's true. He did say earlier, he was like, I have this like aggression and I don't, if you know that you have that aggression, don't, do what keeps everyone safe.
I think that's good. Maybe one day he may come to the conclusion.
Yeah, when he's less like emotionally in it.
Yeah, that he can talk to her, understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Right now, flee the scene.
That's fair. I didn't tell them exactly what happened, just that I found out she wasn't being loyal to me. I didn't think giving details would help in any way. Around 5 p.m., my dad called me back and told me my ex-fiance was completely hysterical and had basically broken down, completely not understanding what was going on. I just told my dad not to intervene and that I need some alone time now. I basically just shut my phone down and have been staying silent ever since, like a ghost. Been sleeping for a little, went to the pool here at the hotel, and I've just been taking it easy. I don't know if I should respond to them now or wait some more. Her sister knew about what happened at the bachelorette party. I have the text to prove it. She even laughed about it and told her not to feel guilty because it's her bachelorette and that women should go all in on this night. I am seriously considering replying to the sister with just an image of the conversation where she's talking about it. Once again, thank you to everyone who replied. I'll update this post 1 or 2 more times and then perhaps go silent for a while. I know you're only allowed to do 1 update, blah, blah, blah. Edit 1. Since I still get messages asking what happened, yes, I did send proof to her sister, the part where the sister is talking about it. I have since not received any call or messages from the sister. My phone is still blowing up with calls and messages from the ex-fiance. Haven't read them though. Thinking of answering or something, but I don't know what to say or do. Might make another post later today so I can update you with what happened. And comment 1.
I like this.
There are some comments.
Alone time, chill time.
Yeah, he's at the hotel relaxing. It seems like probably the fiance knows now why he's left.
Maybe he didn't tell her or send
Well, he told
her.
the sister.
Told the sister, but the sister shut up right after that.
But she might have. I feel like there is a chance that she was like, I can't say anything but to him anymore because I don't have the moral high ground. But I'm going to go tell his ex-fiance this news so
That
she knows why.
I don't know why, but I doubt that she told him. For some reason, I don't think that.
Yeah. I think Opie's doing what's right for him right now. He's taking the minute because that's, I don't remember exactly how many years it said they were together, but they're about to get married. So definitely a serious relationship.
I think he's 31 and she's 30 from the original title. Yeah.
Comment 1. This is the point at which you need to keep your resolution with you. These kind of cheaters can get so manipulative. You could easily say, that's some CGI crap from Hollywood until seeing it with your own eyes. Prepare for waterworks, her dad intervening and seemingly taking sides with you. Her mom calling and claiming it was a one-time mistake. Threats of self-harm, some crap you had said X months ago that ended up with you two fighting, the whole bit. Someone will even use your stubbornness and try to paint you as the bad guy who won't budge. Just wait and see. And don't forget to remember this comment on the way as you encounter them one by one. And there is an update.
That comment called everything.
Yeah, the comment was like, I know exactly what's coming. And stop by and let me know if it happens.
He's like the old man beside a tree near a path.
Nostradamus telling.
I've been here before.
Yeah. Update 2. Yesterday, I was having my phone spammed by my family members from her side and friends. The only person I responded to was the sister, with part of the conversation where she and the sister talk about it all. I didn't include anything in the response except an image of the conversation, and the sister went pretty silent after that until later. During the day, I contacted the co-owner of my business and let him know the full story. He told me to take as much time as I needed and even advised me to head off on a vacation.
Nice.
This guy is a childhood friend of mine. I don't trust anyone as much as him. That makes more sense. My plans have changed a bit. I am still staying at this hotel for another few days, but then perhaps moving on to the friend I was supposed to go to. I called him up and let him know I want to head off somewhere. Perhaps a trip to somewhere nice, another country or something. It's all still not yet 100% decided, but I know I will be leaving for somewhere. He said he would be up for joining me if it could be during the upcoming weeks since he's still on holiday from his work. We will see how that turns out. Later in the day, I responded to my wife. The calls kept coming in less frequently since I sent that message to her sister. I had this gut feeling she was going to come with an excuse of some sort. I picked up the phone, and the first thing I hear is a torn up voice, if you can say that in English. I could hear she had been crying all day and was in a messed up state. She kept begging me to come back, saying there's an explanation to everything and that she loves me. She said I had misunderstood the entire situation. She's like, you don't understand. I had to.
They were on the list.
They're on the list.
They were the next two guys. I had 2 for 1.
It's like a kidney transplant. They were the next on the list.
You should have been proud of me.
I was a donor. I could hear the sister and someone else in the background. Don't know who the other person was. Maybe her friend. Anyway, I told her to explain it to me right then and there. She said because I'd only seen a small part of the conversation. It's all been misunderstood. That I should come back home. That she loves me. And that I've taken an irrational decision to leave without a real reason. We literally know she's lying because the sister immediately stopped talking to him when she got that text.
Yeah, because when you catch someone in a lie and they keep calling, like, I didn't do that, I didn't do it. You catch them?
Yeah, they immediately shut up. If she actually hadn't done it, she'd been like, no, like, this is what that meant.
Just like crickets.
Yeah.
They chirp,
Get
chirp.
real quiet when you sneak up on them.
Mm-hmm.
During the entire conversation, I was just given really short, empty answers in a cold way like, yeah, okay, what? Explain it to me. After she told me it's all a misunderstanding, I told her to call me back in 10 minutes and to check Messenger. After I hung up, I sent her the entire conversation log with a ton of screenshots, not all of them, but most of the important ones. It didn't take 2 minutes for her to call back, crying hysterically, saying sorry for everything, saying she wants to pass away rather than lose me. She said she was forced by her friends and sister to have fun one last time. They forced me to have fun. I didn't want to. What does that mean?
Go out and, I don't know, play Scrabble or
literally
something.
go to a board game bar.
Yeah, trivia night.
Bowling. Karaoke.
Ooh, kayaking.
Kayaking at night.
Yeah.
That she needed to let all the energy out before stepping into a marriage for life. I was just quiet during most of it. The more I didn't talk and just said, okay, the more she was crying. She started telling me I can have other women if I want to get back at her, or that she'll tell everyone about what she did so I can take her back, that she'll do anything it takes for me to come back, and that this was the mistake of her life and that she hates her sister and friends for this. I told her effing other women was not something I needed because the moment I met her and started loving her, she was the only woman I needed. I didn't need to meet or sleep with someone to know the best thing in my life was waiting at home. The sister was telling her stuff in the background, but I couldn't hear. I don't know what the sister was telling her or if she was getting angry at her or something. She kept begging me, and I just told her, if she comes clean to her parents and family, I'll think about it. No,
We've seen this one before, guys.
No, he won't. He's like talking to the freaking mouse. He's like, oh, if you just step into the trap, you'll get the cheese.
There is no cheese.
There's no cheese, man. After that, she started saying something, but I just hung up. For like half an hour, my phone went silent without much response. And then her father called me up and apologized for everything. He and his wife know what happened now, and he's sorry for all of this. He told me he understands how I feel, that he didn't raise his daughter to do this. I mean, both of his daughters think this way. So like, who did, you know?
Yeah.
Literally both of them are on the same page about like cheating before you get married. So is it the mom saying this, or did they just figure this out on their own? He said he understands if I don't want to see her again, but that I'll always be welcome to him and that I'm a good guy. His wife basically then takes or steals the phone from him and tells me she made a mistake and she regrets it and it will never happen again and that we can move forward from this. She tells me her daughter has never been this destroyed before. I politely tell her I appreciate her opinion, and then I say I have to go and say goodbye.
Dude, that comment was right again.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm super
it's just a one-time mistake.
I'm suspicious of that mom. I'm like, what was her bachelorette party like? I feel like if she's excusing this behavior, because the dad's not excusing it. He's like, yeah, like, I understand if you need to go. And the mom's like, no. It's like, it's a mistake. It was a mistake. And the sister's like, oh, no, you can do that. You can cheat on your partner the day before. And OP's ex-fiance is like, if they're all thinking that way.
You know why they're thinking that way?
Apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
Pineapple doesn't fall
They're
far
swingers.
from the tree. Yes. That's what I was about to say.
Yes. My ex-fiance calls me back and begs me again, saying she told her parents and also sent a text message to her friends, our mutual friends, about what had happened. She then keeps crying, asking me when will I come back to speak with her, and says we can even go to counseling and that she'll pay for everything.
Let's go.
Why don't you pay for all the wedding costs? She kept apologizing on the phone, and I didn't say much. After some time, I just told her not to cry, that she shouldn't be apologizing because single women, like herself, are allowed to do these things. And I hope she finds Mr. Right. Ooh. He's like... She starts crying even harder, and her sister takes the phone and says sorry and tells me everything can be fixed, and that I said I would take her back now that she told everyone what she did. I told the sister I only said I'd think about it. And now that I have, I realized I dodged a bullet and wish her and her sister the best. She then tells me her sister is turning to self-harm from all of this. The commenter was right. And that this is going to lead into a depression that can take her life. That seems like you guys got to figure that out. Maybe take her to, I don't know, clinic. If you know about it, you can protect your sister.
Start volunteering. I hear that helps a lot of people.
Yeah. The only thing I said after she told me that was, it's a good thing you're close to her so you can make sure she doesn't hurt herself. Maybe take her to a doctor or something. Yep. After this, I just hung up. My phone has been blowing up with messages from mutual friends, her and her sister saying sorry and basically begging me to come back. I don't plan on responding. I honestly feel a lot better right now, like I can move on. I will be going for a vacation this upcoming week, I think. If something more happens, I will update the post. I don't know when I'll feel okay to start dating or meeting women again. Give it a minute.
Yeah.
Let's give it a minute.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, of course not.
Because he about got married, and for some people, it's like, wife, check. That's like a check mark.
Yeah, and now he's like,
it's unchecked now.
Yeah. It's totally his whole kind of life path has been thrown off. But like, you just give it a minute.
It's okay.
No rush. But we will see. Thanks. And you guys can see more full episode stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. But there is a little bit left to this story. Do you have any final thoughts?
I like the step-by-step, how he's approaching this.
Yeah.
We need to make, like, you know those charts where it's like, do you want to invite this person to your birthday party? Yes or no?
Yeah.
And then that's sort of the thing I feel here. Like, do you feel angry? Yes. Then leave, and then, step by step of everything. I can't say anything he's done wrong here.
No, I mean, like, perfect. He had the conversation, which is all I wanted.
Okay. Yeah. It's perfect execution.
Had the conversation, didn't listen to her lies, was just like, yeah, okay, hang up. Which I think is, now he knows for a fact that she's a freaking liar. And a bad one.
And then also in an alternate world where you do forgive her and everything, that trust. That trust is so long and broken.
The thing is that we've seen stories where people have cheated and they come back from it, but that requires so much work. I don't think people realize how much work it requires.
Yeah, no.
Like, I want to say, this is not an actual statistic, but like I feel like 90% of the people that, cheat, like they maybe try and they just can't get over that trust breach. You just can't.
You can't.
Unless you're, genuinely apologetic, which she's not, because she's blaming it on other people. Fully take responsibility and then work so hard. And that's on both sides. Both people have to work hard to get back to that place where they can trust each other.
What if the wife wants to go out again?
Yeah.
He's probably not going to be too fond of that idea.
Like, this is not, you can't get back from this.
And then she's going to get resentment towards the husband because he won't let her out. And it'll just be,
it's like, there's no point. It's like he knows he can't trust her again, so there's no point in getting back together. She wouldn't like it. Edit 1. I would also like to add my best friend, co-owner of my company, hired someone to take care of the company for us and also booked a month-long vacation for the both of us. Sick. That's a good friend. I'm lucky to have such a good person in my life, and I hope you all are able to find a friend like this. I would do the same for him. He's been a friend since we were kids, and if I lost all of the people I know, he would be there for me, so big thanks to him. Edit 2, my friend went over to get the ring from her, but she refused to give it to him and told me she would not give it to anyone, that I have to pick it by myself. I don't know why she's still acting like this. I'm thinking of just letting the ring go and being able to have a clear mind. And that is the end of that story.
Oh.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah, honestly, get rid of that ring.
Can't really resell it for that much, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, diamond rings, they don't.
That sucks.
I know. Because, the whole, diamond farm. Mm-hmm. There's, a big diamond farm, and they release so much each year.
It's true.
Which is smart on their behalf.
Mm-hmm.
Props to them. But it just sucks for diamond buyers. But anyways, selling entrepreneurship aside, good luck, man.
Yeah, that's tough. You're going to get through this.
You will. My brother got his mistress pregnant, so I cut him all off.
Yeah, get him out of your life.
Trigger warning, childhood. So, okay, some background. My brother, 35 male, is the favorite child. My mother, 55 female, always took more photos of him, always went to his games, plays, events, etc., but never any others. If he got in trouble for anything, for example, fighting at school and getting suspended, his punishment never lasted more than an hour. Meanwhile, I, 31 female, would be screamed at and cussed at if I even much as breathed the wrong way. By the way, this comes from Physical Ad 23, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. So he's been married to his wife, 35 female, for 18 years. I love my sister-in-law more than anything. She's sweet, funny, kind, always the first to help when you're in need. Her biggest downside has always been that she isn't very money smart, but my brother is, and thought they worked well together when it came to balancing each other. They bought a house, got a dog, and were trying to have a baby, all while still saving a significant amount. My brother says they started fighting a lot because he wanted to save money and do IVF, but my sister-in-law really wanted a baby without all that. Admittedly, while they never struggled to get pregnant, their babies were never healthy enough to survive after birth, and her last 3 pregnancies ended in infant loss. Well, he got her pregnant again anyways, and the baby is perfectly healthy. The day she told my brother she is pregnant, he asked for a divorce and confessed he cheated with a coworker, 23 female.
Oh, what a brutal start. What a brutal start. Oh.
Goodness gracious. The biggest reason why I'm so angry about this isn't because of how much love I have for my sister-in-law, but more so because my brother claims that he didn't know he even wanted a divorce until he cheated on his wife and realized he didn't feel guilty about it. But he also has confessed to our mother that he actively pursued a relationship with this coworker. His coworker is also very aware that he's married and even met his wife.
Oh.
In fact, she regularly shops at the store my sister-in-law works at and had made it a point to approach her at work prior to my sister-in-law finding out about the affair. Now, on to what caused me to cut off my family. I went to visit my sister-in-law for the first time in a while. She's giving me a coffee table as her and my brother are selling their house. They're not divorcing. My brother will not file, but I decided I would also visit with her just to see how she was doing, check on her pregnancy, and just all around make sure that she's okay. Towards the end of my visit, my brother and my mom both started calling me excessively, texting me that I had to call them back right away and that I hadn't even left her house yet. Once I got in the car and started driving away, my brother and mother started calling again, several times, back to back, and we finally answered. And that's when they started getting angry at me. Apparently, my sister-in-law told my brother she didn't want to go shopping after their 20-week appointment the next day. My brother thought it was my fault. My sister-in-law does not know that my brother's mistress is pregnant and they're only 4 weeks apart. He assumed I told her, and when I responded that I had not told her anything, he called me a liar and screamed and cursed at me. I ended up yelling back and told him to go F himself. My mom called me immediately after and demanded to know what I told sister-in-law. And when I told her the same thing I told my brother, she too called me a liar and yelled at me.
Oh my goodness.
The wife doesn't know, right? Wait. I think she knows about the cheating.
Yeah.
Not about the pregnancy.
Yeah, I think that's what that was saying.
And they're still together?
Well, I'm confused because he was the one who was like, I want a divorce. And then
He's not filing.
now he's not filing for it. Maybe he's realizing like, oh, I can't be with a 23-year-old. I don't.
Wait. Actually, I like the part where I'm cheating on you.
He's
That's what I like.
I've thought about it, and honestly, it wouldn't be as fun to cheat on you and not feel bad about it if I weren't in a relationship with you. Because then I would have to cheat on that girl, and it doesn't make sense.
It's just I just can't keep doing the cycle.
Yeah.
So we're gonna stay with this.
Terrible person.
I ended up blocking them both. My mother also got angry that she couldn't get a hold of me. She demanded I get my own insurance on my car. She bought it for me and is the only person on the title. It is still being financed by this dealership. I pay the car payment directly and send her money for the insurance. And I add her back to Live 360 so she knew where her car was at all times. She told me that my boyfriend, 30 male, is not allowed to drive it. He doesn't unless I'm with him in the car. She texted my boyfriend of all that since she couldn't get a hold of me. I ended up taking the car to her house and dropped it off with keys. I told her to do with it what she wants since she wanted to know where it was at all times. She ended up texting my boyfriend that we are both pieces of crap and never to contact her again.
That's pretty easy.
This was after I unblocked her long enough to text her that I would still make the payments, but since she wanted to know where the car was, she could have it. I made a promise to pay it and intended to keep that promise, but now I don't think I should. This whole time, my mother has been hosting my brother's mistress at her house after my brother moved in with her, and she keeps protecting him as much as she can. Dude, this mom and brother are
terrible. Oh my goodness. Like, this is like, this mother-son relationship is too deeply entrenched. Like, disgusting. Disgusting. Like, how can you think it's okay to raise your children, specifically your son, to act like this?
Dude, I'm
and then
appalled. Yeah.
You suck.
Wow. Oh, gets even better. She even gaslights my sister-in-law to make her think the divorce and affair was her fault. Cherry on top. And she tries to blame me for my brother and sister-in-law fighting. I'm so tempted to go nuclear. With everything going on, I could get my brother, mother, and the mistress fired from their jobs and could even get my parents evicted from their home since they live in a 55-plus community and my brother is not on the lease. His staying there goes against their lease agreement and they could be evicted if the landlords or property management company finds out. I will get them evicted or my mom fired, but I wonder if my brother and his mistress should suffer consequences, especially since my brother is the mistress direct supervisor.
Ooh, yikes. Big old yikes.
Honestly, a little ultimatum.
Yeah.
Go a long way. Collect some evidence. Get nice little folders put together.
Blackmail him.
Yeah, blackmail him. Be like, if you do not
treat your wife.
She thinks very highly of the sister-in-law. If you do not take care of her and do these things.
And sign those divorce papers.
Yep. And give her the house. I will do X, Y, Z. And ruin you.
This is new.
I'm down for loot. Yeah. I know we shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But brother, having no guilt.
I'm not against. I just think it should be in the hands of the wife. That's my position.
All the things his wife has gone through.
I know. It sucks. And she's pregnant. After like all of these, losses, she's finally pregnant.
Give the wife the
exactly.
Codes. Boom.
Perfect.
There we go. Okay.
Solved.
Okay. I wonder if I am the a-hole for cutting everyone out except my sister-in-law off. After all this, I try to stay neutral for as long as I could because my sister-in-law didn't want to cause fighting, but I can't bring myself to stay quiet anymore. My mother and brother think I'm pretty much evil at this point because I won't protect my brother anymore. I also wonder if I would be the a-hole if I told my sister-in-law about the mistress being pregnant and regularly staying with my brother at his mom's house. I know she would be angry enough to get a lawyer involved, and I would 100% support her. So Reddit, what do you think? Am I the a-hole? Should I tell my sister-in-law? Should I go? Edit, I just realized from a comment that they were married for 18 years, but they have been together for 18 years, and they started dating at 16 and 17 in high school. I'm sorry for not seeing that. Update. I will be meeting with my sister-in-law tomorrow to tell her everything. I really feel like this should be in person. I would hate this kind of news delivered over a call or text, and I want her to know I will support her whatever decision she makes 100%. I also have decided I will not be paying my mother another cent and cutting the cord cold turkey on the car. Thank you so much to those who gave great advice. I will make sure my sister-in-law is okay and safe before I do anything more. I will update you after my meetup. And we got the meetup.
Let's freaking get into this update.
Update. I really don't know how to update these things. Anyways, long story short, I did not tell my sister-in-law.
What? Girl.
When my boyfriend and I got to her house, she wasn't there. We thought she was just at the market, so we hung out for a bit. But after around 30-ish minutes, my oldest brother, 38 male, not sister-in-law's husband, drove up in sister-in-law's car. Then my older brother drove up behind him in his truck with sister-in-law in the truck. He was bringing her from the hospital. When I spoke to her today, she told me what happened. While out walking her dog Friday evening, another dog came up and started attacking her dog. She has a 3-year-old husky. While trying to break up the dogs to get away, she hurt her stomach.
No.
Oh no, she was worried about the baby and went to the hospital the next day since she was in a lot of pain. Good thing is she only pulled a muscle and the baby is healthy.
Oh my goodness, that was so scary.
Oh man.
I was like, oh no.
So when my boyfriend and I got there, she had been given some meds and was loopy and tired. So we dropped off the pasta I made for her and let her rest. Also, neither of my brothers wanted to talk to me or my boyfriend and would barely look at us. So I know my mom has my older brother turned against me. He's cut me off as well, so I don't get to see my niece anymore. But that's all for now. I'm going to try to see her again when she feels a bit better. I'm really worried about stressing her out too much when she's already not feeling well. I'll update again if anything's happened. Oh.
Dang, man. Well, this is actually a good point because, you know, a lot of stress isn't good for the baby as well.
Yeah, true.
And we already know that she has like a medical history that's not, great. So I do understand why OP's like, I don't want to tell her right now when she just had this like
traumatic thing happen.
Yeah, close call. But I don't know. Now I'm like, I don't know. I guess maybe talk to a doctor and be like, hey, I have this information that I need to share with her, but it's very stressful. Do you think that's okay for her to hear or should I wait? Yeah. Because she needs to know, but also you don't want to do anything that puts the baby in harm's way.
Update 2. Oh boy. I know you guys have been bugging for an update and it's been absolutely insane. I'm at a loss to what to do now. So long story short, my sister-in-law found out before I told her. I knew my brother was out on dates with his mistress out in the open, but I didn't realize where exactly. This moron was out with his mistress in the same town my sister-in-law's sister lives, with her husband and kids. They saw this moron out with her and told my sister-in-law. Of course, I didn't know about any of this when it happened. I found out when I went over to visit her last week. Simply went like this. Me, I'm going to be blunt. I need you to not freak out until I'm done. You can scream and cry and all that, and I will be here. But listen, we got to get your ducks in a row before you retaliate. Mistress is pregnant. From what I know, you guys are like 4 weeks apart. Sister-in-law says, I know. My sister told me.
Oh.
Guys, this woman went to my mother's house and saw the mistress car there and knew everything from that point forward. I wondered why she was so quiet for a couple of days after her hospital visit, and it was because she got into a fight with my family and told them none of them would ever see her baby, and they were uninvited to the baby shower, no more doctor's appointments with my brother, etc. She was an absolute boss, and of course my brother blamed me. Even after my sister-in-law told him it was her own family that saw them out and noticed the pregnant mistress. I got pestered by my mother over email. I didn't bother responding except to tell her that if she contacted me again, she would be hearing from a lawyer. My sister-in-law is going full scorched earth, and I love it. I'm helping her find a good lawyer while researching laws in our state regarding custody and separation of assets and stuff. It's a lot to read and sometimes hard to understand, but it's been enlightening to say the least. We also reported my brother's conduct and my mother's pesterment to their respective HR departments. So far, it doesn't look like anything has been done. I couldn't get in contact with my mother's landlord either since they used a property management company, so I sent the property managers an email. I haven't heard back from that so far. You ever hear about OK Storytime being on your favorite podcast platform?
Like what?
Like Apple, iHeartRadio, Spotify. All you gotta do is look up OK Storytime for more insane
No
stories.
way.
Just like this, and you can hear them all.
Oh,
wherever,
man.
whenever.
Stories like this?
Yeah.
Ooh.
They're your favorite, Sophia.
Oh, that was rough.
You like a good cheating story.
I love a good cheating. You know me. I'm always saying that. Wow. I mean, she knows.
She already had the ready to go.
Yeah, she was like, don't worry. I had my finger on the button this whole time. I just needed a second finger on the other button because I think that's how it works.
Dude, you know what Carly's line in Lilo and Stitch is?
What?
Finger's always on the button, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's OP's sister-in-law.
That's her
Well,
sister-in-law. She's
Yours,
Carly.
yeah, exactly. Your sister-in-law seemingly wants you still in her life, so nice. You get access to your niece. No one else does. It super sucks that she's going through this and that, you have to deal with your family, but it seems like your family's always sucked, so.
Yikes. Unfortunately for me, though, my job was put in danger. I've been on a lot of stress. I've been on stress leave because of this whole fiasco,
Ugh.
and I got a call from my admin HR. According to them, my mother had issued a complaint about me. I had to go forward with the emails and screenshots of the text I was getting to keep my job. So I will also be going to see a lawyer next week to send my family cease and desist notice. And as much as I love my sister-in-law, I know that as long as I stay close to her, my family will continue to come after me. So my boyfriend and I have decided to leave the state. I will continue to have contact with her, and she has already promised to fly out and visit us regularly, but she will keep at arm's length for the most part. I feel like I'm abandoning her, but my mental health is taking a huge toll from all the drama. So far, the plan is to take a road trip to our state of choice this September, if we can afford it, and do some preemptive apartment shopping with our dog. Then hopefully we will be moving there next year in the summer. We're going to sell all of our stuff and take only what we can fit in our car. We're also eloping this summer, so that takes away all the stress, and I'm not wedding planning anymore. Sister-in-law will be our only witness. But guys, that's the end of that story.